Action.
Yo, what's up, y'all? Episode 1 of Sounds Good with your boy tahosyrup.
What's
John,
going on?
And we got Mr. Bigshyy, raniel.
That's right. It is I. It is I.
We are posted up at the barbershop today, wanting to do the first episode that Sounds Good. We are excited to see the outcome of just the intro. This is the chopped and faded episode.
That's right. Chopped and faded.
So what you think, raniel? After this one and done, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
One hit wonders.
What's that one dude's name?
Wayne Wonder.
Wayne Wonder, bro. There you go.
I knew it.
Yeah.
Was that what you're thinking
Yeah,
of?
for real.
Damn.
Your body.
Dude, man, I knew it. So yeah, let's go ahead and break everybody off real quick with a kind of like the intro of how this all came about and what the Sounds Good podcast sets out to be and what we hope it becomes. You can go first, man. Go ahead and let them know.
Yeah, I'm just quick intro. My name is John, Texas State Finance graduate.
Hey.
I'm a part-time cook, full-time plant operator in oil and gas. We just try to stay busy. For the most part, we just wanted to keep it creative, and at the same time, I've been talking about doing the podcast, and raniel here, we were able to sync up and make it happen. So this is exciting shit to do.
Yeah, definitely.
What about you?
Pretty much I'm a barber here. This is my spot where I work out of pretty much Tuesday through Saturday. Yeah, I've just been doing that for about 8 years, man. I'm a dad and stuff, so that's kind of like my life right now is just cutting hair and kind of doing car stuff and just being a dad, you know. Yeah.
One day.
Yes, sir. You're next.
No,
Not yet.
I'll give it like 1 year, bro.
There you go.
Newlywed.
You heard that?
Newlywed vibe, man.
So on the 1 year anniversary of this podcast, we're gonna be like, hey, everybody, guess what? My boy here is a father.
Damn, can you imagine?
So we're gonna be filming our last episode.
Nah. Triplets, bro. Imagine
Oh,
triplets,
dude,
dog.
no, thanks.
Cesarean for sure, right?
Yeah,
I don't
man.
know. Whatever.
Man. So what are we gonna get into? So
I guess we can talk about the fruition of how this happened, man. Like, how did this come upon? It was more so like we were in his old shop and we are just chopping up, regardless of what it was, whether it just be life matters or business matters, family matters. It just went down.
yeah.
And like another day, it was like a pop-up that I had at the Toyota Center for the Have a Nice Day shit. And then raniel pulled up, and then he was just serious about the podcast thing. Brought it up, and I was like, yo, I'm down. And then, you know, most of the time when someone brings up something, like, you just, it goes
in and out.
like
Double. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just, yeah, I mean, I feel like I haven't really done anything like that to where I'm like, yo, I'm super serious. Like, are you down? Having only, really connected like a couple of times as my client, coming in for haircuts and stuff. And it was just one of those things I was like, man, I'm down. Like, I see him hustling, him and his girl, they were in, in the restaurant and that, they're a part of, or she's a part of. They were like, dishing out food for all the stuff as vendors. And I looked over and I was like, man, like, I'm like, let's do it. There's no reason not to. And so I just walked over. I was like, yo, man, I'm serious. Like, if you're down, like, let's do it. And sure enough, like a month went by, and then we would shoot it back and forth. Like, what do we want to talk about? And kind of share notes. And then we compiled a bunch of topics and stuff that we wanted to cover, or just kind of structure what we would be, just like those loose ideas that you don't want to forget. So we just like jotted them down real fast. And then it got real serious when he was just like, yo, I've been like researching a bunch of equipment.
Yeah, Reddit was big on that,
man. Yeah, man. So I'm not even on Reddit like that, but he's like real heavy on it. So he like knows like what he needs to look up, and he was just like getting all this info, and he's like, yo, this is the one, like, let's get this. These are the mics, like best bang for your buck. And so I was like, let's do it. And that's exactly what we did. Took like another 2-3 weeks. We had to get some bread together, and we're like, all right, we can do it. Bought the stuff, and we pretty much, this is what you're hearing us from. So yeah, shout out to Reddit, shout out to Amazon, next day shipping.
Yeah.
Prime.
oh boy, hooked it up for sure. Yo, I think the biggest thing is like if you are able to be on the same page,
Hmm.
regardless if it's a partner or your spouse or your like teammate.
The homie, whatever.
A
Yeah.
lot of things can come to life, and a
Hmm.
lot of things you can get and prosper in. Like it's an amazing thing to just see. And like we're in the episode 1, so we'll see what happens, bro.
Episode 1 times 3. You
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
Should we let them know or no?
Maybe a little bit. Maybe a
Uh,
little bit after we can show some bloopers.
yeah, yeah.
Once we get this editing thing shit followed up, bro. Damn, my Filipino came out, man.
Oh man.
Filipino accent just wanted to
Just
come
wants
out.
to. Hello.
Peekaboo on your
Yeah.
ass, bro.
A quick taste.
Yeah, yeah. Editing was
Oh, that's a hard word.
yeah. I had to say that word so many times. Bro.
Yeah. But yeah, man. So we got a lot of things that we just there's just so much stuff that we want to cover. But as you know, like stuff currently goes on, obviously outside of this world. So our list gets bigger and bigger because of like current events. Stuff that's happening in the real world. You're gonna start seeing that spill into like whether we have an opinion on it or what we think about it, and then totally out of the ballpark be stuff that you might be able to relate to, on some humorous stuff and some like real life stuff, like
Yeah.
being just a young person, with responsibilities and just anything that comes out, you know what I mean? It's just in life. It's just part of that whole. This is like that's our episode. It's like real stuff, that you deal with, things that we go through, things that we find funny, things that we laugh at. It's all up in there.
Yeah. When it really came down to it, I felt for myself, and I'm sure you feel the same. It was like a matter of always internalizing shit that should be said.
Yeah,
And like when you're always repressing it and like keeping it in, you get sick, man. No matter
yeah.
if it's like physical or mental or spiritual, you'll eventually get sick. So just to have that medium or channel to talk
Hmm.
and just like express what you're feeling, regardless if it's good or bad, it's something that you need to be doing
Yeah.
outside of just being in the podcast. Like that should be something you should be able to channel within your peers, your groups, your
Hmm.
homies.
Your
It's
partner, yeah.
yeah,
It's an outlet, man. I think the importance of outlets is they serve such a great purpose. Um, a lot of times I've heard people talk about, you need to join community. You need like, you need that. You know what I
yeah,
mean? It's tough to do stuff on your own sometimes to try and like internalize and just completely keep it to yourself. It just there's a boiling point, man. Right? I mean, it just stuff has to be said. So if this is your medium, whether you're a singer, an artist, whatever, a dancer, a podcaster, like we want to just kind of show everybody like, yo, this is our outlet. This is one of our outlets, right? Like for me, it's barbering. I get to talk to my clients and get on some really cool, levels of, just being able to express myself, and then
yeah,
vice versa. My client tells me all this kind of stuff. Him, through well, cooking. Like, I mean,
hmm
that's super expressive. I mean, it's just he puts his whole foot in it. You know what I mean? Size what, 11, 12?
size 12,
There, you
bro.
know what I'm saying?
A dime's a dozen.
There
Fool.
you go, man. But yeah, so pretty much we just wanted to talk about what we did this weekend. It is Sunday, daylight savings time. Unfortunately, we sprung forward.
Yeah,
Sprung. No.
damn, for real though.
But so what'd you end up doing, man? We'll have to, let us know what this weekend looked like for you.
Friday was a bunch of like I was off Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So
Hmm.
today was
Nice.
pretty much the highlight. I was able to celebrate my like sister-in-law's kids, and we went to Old McDonald's farm and petted some animals, rode the train.
Yeah.
It was some family shit, man. And like on my side of the family, we don't really have a lot of kids,
Uh huh.
so I get that like
That
that
sense.
rush or
Yeah.
like sensation when I'm with my wife's family. So
Hmm.
it's definitely a blessing. And like I don't know, Saturday I don't even remember, bro. I was able to play some video games.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was on Valorant for a little bit,
Hey.
and then I'm like reversing Friday. Every day though, I had some coffee, bro.
Hey, that's what's
Yeah,
up.
I don't know
Speaking
what.
of, man, I didn't get a chance to get my usual coffee this morning before church, but I had to opt for that bottled Starbucks. Like I knew that if I went to the coffee shop, we would be late,
Yeah,
and I was like, "There's no way." And then the little man wanted specifically a donut with sprinkles on it, so I had to calculate from my house to. I was like, "What's the nearest?" Dude, it was a it's either Crystal or Snowflake Donut out there.
Like a
Mom and
mom and pop
pop.
shop, right?
Yeah. So I ended up doing that, man. No good coffee this morning, but it kind of worked. I think. I don't know if it's placebo
I guess any caffeine is good caffeine, bro.
when you need it. Yeah. But yeah,
What about you? How was your weekend?
man. What did we do? Too much stuff, man. I worked Friday and then Saturday I had a wedding gig
Oh
where
yeah.
I rented out one of my car. My I have a '64 Impala lowrider that has like hydraulics and all that good stuff. And a couple reached out to my friend who then passed on the gig to me because he wasn't able to take it. And they took care of me from driving from my side of town about an hour and 15 minutes out to take them from the venue to the church, then church back, and
Mhm.
do the photos and all that stuff. So that was cool. So I was booked all Saturday doing that, and then Sunday just did the family thing, went to church, and then just ate some dim sum. Shout out to Crown Seafood
Damn.
on Bel Air.
I haven't
Yeah.
been there in a while,
Oh
bro.
yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
usually pro Ocean Palace ever since they
Yeah,
did that
the
renovation.
reno and like the change. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. We just figured like it's a safe spot because we like Crown is straight for
Yeah.
for what we like, and yeah, no chicken feet, but do you eat
No
chicken?
chicken feet because you don't like chicken feet, or no chicken feet because they didn't have chicken feet.
I'm not. I'm personally not a fan of chicken
Yeah.
feet.
It's hella gelatinous, bro. I
Oh
don't.
man, and
You know what I'm saying?
it's the little bones too
Yeah.
that get to me, bro. I'm traumatized.
That's like the toothpick of
Oh.
life, bro. You know what I mean?
Gelatinous on the out and the bony toothpick on the end, or what?
Get them teeth crevices, I guess.
Yeah.
That's tight. We need to dim sum, actually.
Yeah, hopefully one day we can reach out to one of y'all dim sum owners and film an episode eating your delicious dim sum at the restaurant.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty tight.
And then the dragon dance happening in the background.
Yeah, that would be tight. Yeah. Shout out to the Year of the Dragon this year. So all my Drew Hill fans rejoice. No.
No, for real.
Dun, 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 dun.
Romeo must die, bro.
Dang.
Nah, I'm kidding, dude.
Aaliyah. Man. But yeah. So what you got planned for this week, man?
This week is gonna be exciting, man.
Oh yeah?
It's my long work week, bro. That's pretty much it. I mean, I'm off Wednesday and Thursday. So,
Oh, nice.
and it's gonna be like kind of planning because in the week and a half, on the 20th, we'll be out to Mexico City to like we'll be planning some our wedding venue, and then just like we might go to a festival for one day that's
Yeah.
out there, the Ceremonia.
Oh, it's like EDC?
It's not
Just
EDC.
playing.
Kendrick Lamar's gonna be there.
What?
Sampha, James Blake.
Oh, you gotta go, bro.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to see Sampha on Saturday or Kendrick, but
What?
I am going Sunday because Saturday we're kind of booked on shit. We're trying to like find venues for real. We wanted to go, but
Dang.
yeah, I wanted to see him, but we get to see Peggy Goo. You know what I'm saying? The song of the summer.
Yeah. What is that?
No.
What song is it?
I gotta show you later. We might get copyrighted. Fam.
Yeah, you're right. Even if we sing it, because you're gonna sound just like her.
Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Like those are my last couple of days off until that
Dang.
will.
Everybody's
visit.
going to Mexico, man. Like my nephew's in Cancun. People going for like bachelor parties or Puerto Vallarta, and like I'm like, dang, I ain't even never been to. I've driven by it, driving to Las Vegas, but I ain't never been to Mexico, man.
Mexico City is only like an hour and a half flight, bro. Dang. They say 2 hours, but I'm like, nah.
You been
man.
before?
I've been there like 3 times.
Oh, sheesh.
Yeah.
Dang.
So it's exciting, man. I'm excited to do it there because like I definitely fell in love with that city the first time I was there.
Chef's Table.
Like some chef's table shit. Like they just had from like low to high cuisines.
Uh-huh.
They figured it out to the T. And it's such a walkable city. It's
Mhm.
easier to Uber. Their coffee game is strong.
They said it's like living in the U.S., right?
Nah, seriously. I mean, I remember my last time there, we were in like Loma Norte, which is kind of like touristy.
Mhm.
But I swear everyone in the vicinity was just speaking English. I was like, bro, what is going on? Is everyone from fucking California here, bro?
Las Vegas and shit.
Yeah, they had to be just like
Damn.
on some maybe working from home, like remotely or like transplants. Who knows?
Yeah.
But you never sleep. Never sleep on the
Mexico City.
yeah Mexico City, man.
You're gonna have what's that restaurant that they featured on Chef's Table? The one that's known like
Maybe was it like the one?
they
Uh,
had like ants. I remember he talked about
I
chicken.
my wife ate there.
Uh-huh.
I forgot the name. Like it's on the
Yeah,
tip of
it's
my
on
tongue.
there.
Yeah, she went there for her birthday, so it was tight.
Dang, that's what's up.
But what about you, man?
Man, I'll be here in this very spot working starting Tuesday through Saturday. I'm not too sure what I have planned this coming weekend, man. I wish I could say I was going to like Mexico or like
Yeah,
Hawaii or somewhere tight, but no, I'm just working, man. My son's on spring break, so he's been begging to go to the beach. Like he hasn't stopped asking.
Galveston. Then you about to go
Yeah, so
Galveston
I'm
there, a
taking him to
little
the
Surfside.
fine beaches of Galveston.
Hey, the sand is white right now.
Yeah, man. So I'll do that, man. We'll be out there for like 2-3 hours. Let him just play and build some sandcastles. I doubt he's really gonna go in the water.
Get a little tan.
Yeah, he'll get a little tan on his little pale body, but
Yeah.
I'll be there like all looking like I'm about to go mow the lawn, wearing like long sleeves and nah. But that's it, man. Pretty much, yeah.
Damn, you know what's crazy? We were talking about like this. We were gonna talk about the bloopers that we had prior to this, but
Mhm.
we've had like 3 runs,
Yeah,
just like working out kinks or like just trying to figure out if we were able to record at the
yeah.
crib
Something always
or like
popped
there
up.
was always some shit. But this is a
Yeah,
good setting, man. And like I remember the last time it was pretty smooth, but it was just like the segments were kind of like bouncing back off of each other.
yeah,
I'm trying to remember. I should have just like looked at the notes, man. I'm not even
yeah,
capping, bro. But it's like the intro of this like podcast. It's like we want to be able to like just like we said earlier, just express ourselves and also like highlight
uh-huh.
what this city has to offer
Yeah,
outside of the norm. Like we're seeing the forefront of like Bel Air and like the cuisines and like either whether it just be like cocktail driven or like
mm-hmm.
the coffee programs here in the city,
Yeah,
music, and then you're starting to see it get highlighted because like a lot of people are moving to Houston and
yeah.
Texas
A
in general,
lot.
man.
Traffic is getting wild.
That's the number one thing. People are like noticing that shit, either
Yeah.
the different plates or the
Mm-hmm.
like the allotted time that you spend just in
In
traffic,
traffic,
bro.
it's
Like
getting
it's at least
crazier,
10 or 15 more than the
longer.
original,
Yep.
which is crazy because it was kind of bad in even
Already,
like
yeah.
5 years ago. But
Uh-huh.
this is a hearsay now, man. Like we're living it, bro.
Yep. I call 610 and 59 for those of y'all that know. I mean, I call that the armpit of Houston.
Yeah, the killy.
that, that intersection, man, is just the armpit. You trying to get to the Galleria from 59? 610 split. Good luck, bro. Like
Yeah,
you're breaking for a while. You're chilling. But, yeah. Um, yeah, I mean, I think that there's a lot of things that we want to cover, man. Like you said earlier, we want to go over some of the dope stuff that we had. So one of the features we had was, or topics was, that would be like cash only segment, right?
yeah,
And so during that segment, we kind of just go over. We'll highlight one or two, one or each of our preferred cash only spots, mainly pertaining to those that are like mom and pop owned, non corporate places that typically would be more delighted to catch you on a cash day than they would if you were using your debit card or credit cards or
yeah,
whatever. But I mean, yeah, that's kind of like something that we wanted to talk about. So if you want to dive in real quick, I mean, we could break them off of one if you have one. Just
yeah,
right off the top of your head, man.
yeah.
One.
My number one cash play still, even with the raised prices and wing off, bro. Like I die by that banh mi place.
Yeah,
Like it's in front of HK4. It's just
yeah.
a classic. My shit is just like pate, chicken, and French sausage. And a lot of people don't get the French sausage, but it's just like
Hmm.
it's like I'm pretty sure they don't make it. If they do make it, that's a solid. That shit is solid. That's a solid
Is it
French
different than
sausage,
like
bro.
the Chinese lap?
Yeah, it's
thing?
not lapsang.
Okay.
It almost just tastes like salami, bro.
Oh, okay. So is yours like a cold cut style?
Yeah, or
Like the
if
fresh?
if you get it's kind of cold cut for sure.
Yeah.
But if you get like the tit nung,
Yeah.
it's definitely gonna be hotter.
Okay.
But like like You've been to Don's
Yeah,
Cafe
Don's.
or
Yeah.
Alpha?
Uh-huh.
Alpha.
No,
How,
not Alpha. I've never been there.
Alpha's inside HK4. That shit
Okay.
slaps. But yeah, Winglaw is my spot. What about yours?
Man, probably this is kind of different or whatever. I was thinking about it today. It's that dim sum. Oh no. That that soup dumpling place
Oh
on
yeah.
Bel Air on the left side behind Don's Cafe. Red Dragon? No, One Dragon.
Oh, One
One
Dragon.
Dragon.
Oh, dude, One
Yeah.
Dragon goes hard. Their pork belly goes
Bro,
hard,
it's
bro.
it's good, man. I like the soup dumpling, but they do it where they crisp up the bottom of it,
Yeah,
but the soup is still it's still present, and you just bite into it, and so you get the soup.
crunchy.
Yeah, you get the crunchy texture, the meat, like it's great, man. So that's probably one of my favorite highlighted cash only spots. As far as from craving soup dumplings.
Yeah, no, that place is legit.
Yeah.
They have like a sister company or sister restaurant.
Uh huh.
Wanna Bao is it in Midtown?
Oh, is that their sister?
Yeah, because they have like they have all the Shelong Baos and they have all
Oh,
the
yeah.
pork belly. The dishes are kind of similar, but that's like I don't want to say authentic because I've never been to China, but that's authentic like
Yeah.
approach to
Some
like
people
their
say
food.
Sandong.
Sandong goes hard, dude.
You know, I've never been there.
Yeah, and their price point is like
It's legit.
is legit, dude.
Okay.
Like
It's not.
even if you bring just I'm not gonna say $10 now because $10, but you can still get shit for
You
$10.
can get bun me and a coffee almost, right?
Yeah,
For
I mean,
10? Can you?
you could get like a 1-2 topping, like a bun me be like $5.75, $6.
Is it about
now.
$6? Yeah.
Yeah, and then coffee
And a
like
coffee?
four.
That's cutting it close.
Yeah,
You're like,
not gonna be
just
able to
black
tip.
coffee.
No tip. You kind of
Or you're like, not Vietnamese coffee. I need just regular coffee.
Yeah, get like a shot of it. It pretty much is a shot though if you think about it. On those drippers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we also will be talking about, because my man here, he's very much into coffee, and so I'm very new to the coffee world in terms of like I still don't know what bad coffee is and what really good coffee is. I just like it. I like the
Yeah.
taste, so I couldn't really be the person to ask. So we'll be covering a lot of the local coffee joints, some of his favorites that we're gonna try to get onto the show,
Yeah.
man, and maybe even do some episodes at their place of business because we want to highlight more of those. I feel like the coffee scene, even though I say I don't know much about it, I mean, it's still very like there's a niche group of people who frequent those places, right? Like
Yeah.
but like I feel like more people should be put on to it. I mean,
Mhm.
the purists might be like, nah, don't water down like our coffee shop. I get it, but then I feel like, man, but people should be able to discover how good this coffee is.
Yeah, especially in Houston.
Yeah.
No matter like what kind of process they take, like, because Houston per capita has the worst, like, it's the worst place for coffee shops. Like
That's weird,
yeah,
man.
like you're not gonna be able to like, it's not as dense compared to like New York or Chicago
sure.
or
Yeah,
LA.
yeah.
Like per block, like you know what I'm saying, you're
Mhm.
getting maybe 2 or 3, but like here in Houston, it's like, oh god, it's only like 3, 4, and
Maybe
it's-
5, right?
5,
Like,
right?
top
Like
5.
you get your top 5, but that's it. Like, and then they're pretty much like wholesale. The beans that you're getting are getting wholesale
They're
to
the
these
same.
other coffee shops. So
Uh-huh.
it's like you already know where you're getting from
And how,
the
yeah.
jump. Like there's only a certain amount of roasters here too. Like
And no disrespect to the other coffee like connoisseurs out there, like there might be more than 5. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? This is just kind of off the rip, like, and you might be like, nah, those aren't even top 5, man. These are, you know what I mean?
yeah, fuck the ranking system. I'm talking out of like
Just out of taste and
Yeah.
just yeah. Got you, man.
everyone has their approach to how to get from A to B, bro. So it's like
Yeah,
you respect it, but at the same time,
but it's
you
not like Starbucks. It's
Nah,
not
bro.
like
Nah, not
Dutch
at all.
Bros, like That's Brother. It's not.
know, Dutch Brothers, Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah, man.
Nah, but it's exciting to see. Houston's on the come up,
Mhm.
infrastructure wise. It looks like we're just getting higher and higher.
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a good start, man. I think that's something that like as Houstonians, like, yeah, we know, right? Like Houston, like we know what it has to offer, and then, but it's weird. I feel like this conversation can go both ways when you talk to somebody who's not from Houston, who's never been, or they're planning to visit, right?
Yeah.
It's like obviously it's not in regards to like how talked about like New York is, how it's like, oh, it's a destinational, place to want to visit. Like New York, oh, I want to go to LA, I want to, Hollywood, whatever, even like places like Seattle, right? Portland's like, yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe like Florida if you want to go like Miami, right? There's beaches.
Mhm.
But like they kind of like skip over Texas. And then in fairness, it's like, oh, I've asked people what their idea was, of Texas before they actually came out here, like in Houston and stuff, and they're like, same response, man. Cows, tumbleweeds,
Which is crazy, bro. Because
yeah.
Houston is like one of the biggest metropolitans in the world.
Is it?
Yeah, like it
Dang.
is. Which is, I
That's
think,
crazy,
if we
man.
were a country, we would be number 7. Like outside of like the amount of energy we produce
Uh-huh.
is nuts, bro. Like
Yeah.
oil and gas, like wind, like it's
Tacos, like
yeah,
it's a lot,
yeah,
bro.
yeah. The boy said tacos.
I'm like
I'm
hungry.
talking about energy, bro.
I'm like, dude,
Tacos is energy, though.
yeah, man.
Damn, no. You know
Dude,
what? I'm asleep.
dude, to segue into that, I know not a lot of people care for this taco place, and I hadn't been there since I moved away from like the Montrose area. The other day a homie was like, "Yo, let's go to Velvet Taco," and I was just like, "Oh yeah, yeah, I don't care. Like, let's go." And I'm not gonna lie, man. Like, as Americanized and as like not like authentic taco as
Yeah,
it is, I still was like, this isn't bad. And I know I'm probably gonna get judged for that, but I was like, I'm sure there's worse,
yeah.
you know. But it wasn't bad. I went to the one that used to be like that Zone de Erotica off of
Oh yeah,
West
next to the
Side.
Galleria.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I was surprised. Like I was like, yo, man. I mean, I know it's kind of overpriced, like $7 a taco or $6.
Wait, what?
Yeah, but they're like these fat, borderline, mini
Burritos.
burrito tacos.
Yeah.
And I was just like, yeah, if you just want food, and we are not sponsored by Velvet Taco, but it's just one of those things. But anyways, I don't know why I thought about that.
Streamlined. They
Yeah,
streamlined it, huh?
yeah, pretty much.
But
It's
I don't know. I never been.
what? I mean, I'm not gonna hype it up for you, but it's one of those like, if you had to pick between like, whatever,
Taco Cabana.
yeah. I mean, low key, I kind of still like Taco Cabana, but I mean, I get the burrito bowl. Have you had
Yeah.
that? Yeah, bro, the steak
I
or the
mean, if you're
chicken.
in the burbs, bro,
Yeah, which yeah,
you gotta
I
find the
am.
best chain.
Yeah,
Because that's usually what it is. Like, and then the closer you get to the city, the mom and pop shops become more prominent. But
yeah.
I don't know, man. I've been roasted about just like judging places or like having a strong opinion about something.
Man, it's all good. Everybody got
But
one.
it's like, man, am I gonna keep it to myself and internalize, or can I just let the world know?
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
there's a lot of gossip in the fucking culinary world in Houston right now, and to expose some motherfuckers, I would. But it's just like, what's the point?
Man,
What's the point of that? Unless they like,
yeah.
if they want to do it, like,
Why not,
yeah,
dude? Yeah, I think that like low key with as like the cost of living here. I mean, obviously a lot of people know like, oh, it's cheaper in Texas. Like, sell your house in Cali for $975,000 to $1 million, 1.1, and then you come out here with that bread, and you're just like, dude, look at what we can get out here. So the same applies, I think, for a lot of businesses. The fact that like we're not as heavily saturated as like California is right now with businesses, it's like they can take their concepts once it's kind of gotten played, or like it's made its way out there. And not to like discredit the homegrown concepts that start here or whatever, but I'm just saying like the stuff like the boba shops, the sandwich concepts, whatever. Once they've reached like their peak, it's like they realize, oh shoot, Houston has a big spot for like a bunch of stuff. Like we can
Yeah.
open up down here for a fraction of the cost, and it's like technically like a new concept, right? And so yeah, I mean, so for all you people that want to open up something that are not from here,
Come on down.
Houston's a good spot to do it at, man. I think
Yes,
so,
that reminds me of like The Price is Right when they be like, "Come on,
dude.
down."
Yeah, man. I like The Price is Right. I used to watch that because this Filipino lady would babysit us,
Yeah.
and that's all she would watch.
Was it who?
Bob
It was
Barker.
Bob Barker.
Yeah,
But
man.
after him, it was like damn, I
Jim,
forgot
not
his-
Drew Carey, the white guy, right,
Yeah,
with glasses.
Yeah, the glasses.
He had a show.
Yeah.
Drew Carey, right? Yeah. All right, man, forgive me if that's
It's
wrong.
all good, dude.
Random, bro, but the owner of the place just sent us a photo and was like, "Dude, y'all are badass." 'Cause
There is a camera there.
Yeah, yeah. So I had told him that we would do it out here, and he's like, "Dude, totally. Like, you guys can use the space." So shout out to cool owners. If you're gonna open something, man, always be a cool owner. You know, like
Yeah.
yeah. So don't be a jerk.
Pay it forward, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
Like you're not gonna what they would have not been sit. We would have just been wasting the space.
I
You
mean,
know?
let's take advantage of it, right?
Yeah, for sure. I'm glad.
But yeah. What else, man? What's going on in the world, man? What's something that you see? Let's just jump into this. What's something or something you heard through the grapevine about, that's like you want
Yeah,
to talk
I'll
about?
talk about some
World's
sports matter,
all
bro.
right, sports. Let's go. Let's get
Jalen
it.
Green's baby mama is twice his age.
Yeah, she's
As a
37.
Filipino,
37?
yeah,
40?
39.
39?
He's like 18, 19.
22?
Yeah, like it's his son and
Her,
Jalen Green
yeah.
are the same age.
Bro, I think that
Is that predatorial?
she trapped himself. She trapped him, bro. I think so, because she's pregnant, right?
Yeah, that's his baby mama, I think.
Dude,
Yeah, for sure.
that's what the headline. I was like, and everybody's comment was like, bro, you done fell for the Black Widow.
Oh,
Fell for the
man.
trap, bro. Come on, man. I've never met you, and maybe I will one day, and I'm not talking smack, man, but it's just like, bro, you are so young. You're just getting started. You was
Yeah.
firing up, bro, and like,
You had your life ahead of you.
and then I'm gonna piggyback off that. And I'm not even a sports dude. Like I like sports, but I don't know enough, right? Like of what current stuff's going on. But I did see like homie from the Texans, the new young quarterback that we got.
Oh, CJ Stroud.
Stroud was like seen leaving with Amber Rose, bro. Like she was getting in his whip in his Mercedes and all the paparazzi. I was just like, bro, why are y'all like, dude? It just shows you. And I'm gonna sound so messed up for this, but like these older, like in the scene,
they've
women,
been in the game, right?
they've been in the game, man. Some of the biggest names, right? Like Ye, they had Wiz. She had Wiz. She had a roster. They're going for these young cats, man, that are like on their stuff, and these dudes got bread. They're just getting started, and it's like they just got them, bro. And I was
this is crazy because I read about that.
yeah.
And when I was talking to CJ, no,
Like when I called CJ,
when I read about it on Reddit, supposedly CJ was trying to just give her a ride to a different place because she didn't feel safe.
Oh, okay.
Maybe like it was like a little.
See?
It was like
saying.
a little quick like.
Okay, hey, can I leave with you? Can you take me there?
Yeah, because
okay.
Some shit. I wish I knew on top of my head, but it was like it clear because I was on the same mentality. Whereas I was like, what is going on with some scandalous shit? But it was like more so.
It
was a kind gesture. Like
she's like, I'm not trying to Uber.
Yeah, I literally just after I read that, I was like, okay, it's cool.
Yeah. Okay. See, that's what I'm saying. When I saw, and that's just see how messed up like the headline can manipulate. Like, and hey, I'm wrong. And my apologies, bro. But low key, I know she, gave you a little bit of her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like on the way, she's like, "Thank you, baby." Wop wop.
Yeah, TikTok.
Yeah, man.
TikTok comments versus Instagram comments. Instagram comments are a little bit more savage, bro.
Yeah.
TikTok's more a little politically correct. So when that shit was happening, it was. I was on the Instagram side just laughing at that shit. And TikTok was like, "Nah, this happened."
Yeah, I was just like, "Yo, leave these dudes alone. These young athletes, man. Like, let them. I know they need love too. You know what I'm saying? If I was one of them, I probably wouldn't opt for like the 39.
Yeah, it was definitely
at 22. I don't.
But on that, not to oppose, but also it takes two to tango. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. You both. I get it. You both guilty. Man, that's some funny stuff, man.
What about you, bro? Anything you highlighted from the past couple weeks or months?
Bro, nah, not too much, man. I was at the gym the other day, and I'm not gonna like dive into no political stuff right here, but I did see like whatever happened, the current president, he was doing some they're awaiting. This is a shame because as an adult, I should be more informed with what's going on and have a better kind of explanation to, those that are listening.
Yeah.
But I just seen old boy, on there, and I was just like, yo, I'm not really trying to watch this while I'm trying to get my 30-minute walk in at elevation level 14. You know what I'm saying? I'm climbing up a hill or a street in San Francisco right now, if I'm being honest. And
I'm like,
calves on fire, dying, wearing a hoodie, sweating in this gym. And I just see this, and I'm just like, yo, man, I really don't want to watch this right now.
Yeah.
Well, for whatever reason, man, whatever's going on, man, I just hope that it's just for the better of whatever you believe in, man.
Yeah, I think a lot of the times, man, we just turn a blind eye on shit
Yeah,
just because like it just doesn't pertain to us anymore.
innocence is bliss type.
Yeah, and we're just like
Yeah,
and then like
disconnected.
all the shit that's going on in the world, we're kind of like desensitized to it.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
and I was reading, it's like the more you get desensitized to it, the more you're kind of like fucked up in the head. Which I was kind of like,
They go hand
bruh,
in hand.
I
Yeah.
can't like. You can't just keep on highlighting the bad shit that's going on in this world without maybe bouncing back and thinking, but we are still blessed.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like,
you know what I mean?
It could be worse. Like it's always there's always man. It's compared to whatever else is going on. I hate to admit it, man. Like I can't stomach a lot of the stuff right now.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
bro, I mean, I'm not a historian, bro, but Genghis Khan did some crazy shit to this world.
Yeah, I'm just glad I wasn't around for that.
Yeah, the Mongols was doing damage in this. They pretty much took over the whole world, right?
You telling me, bro?
Yeah, that was me on the Instagram reel or a little YouTube short. Just like, damn,
learning.
I am so informed now. I'm gonna say this shit on my podcast.
I'm so awake.
Yeah. Nah, but that's pretty much. I get it, bro.
What do you think, bro, about the we're gonna jump around real quick, man. I just thought about it. It was like, what's your take on this whole tipping? It seems like it's like the butt of every conversation or whatever you see. These reels,
oh,
these
tipping,
tipping, bro. Like, what's the tipping?
Fine
etiquette?
Dining restaurants outside of. Okay, let's say this. It should be minimum 15% now, right? 15 to 18. 20 to 5, 20 if it's like superb. But everyone goes from that 20 to 25 range without question nowadays.
Like the little
crazy.
options?
Yeah, those it's like 18, 20, 25.
Yeah.
Which is kind of fucking crazy because it was 10%. Like 8 years ago.
Doubling the tax is still what? 18%?
16%.
Oh, that's 16%?
In Houston, yeah, or Texas, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is not bad, bro. That's normal.
No,
That's
yeah,
normal.
yeah.
But it's like gratuity is usually 16% now.
Minimum.
Yeah, like if you have a big party, 16%. And then like coffee shops that are not mom and pop asking for like fuck Starbucks, bro, for like, hey, we're gonna, how do they word that shit? And it's gonna ask you a question.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna give you an answer.
Yeah, bro.
You know
They're like,
saying?
all right, it's gonna ask you a question. And they turn. I'm like, okay, where's the question?
Yeah.
I'm like, choice D. No.
Yeah. But
you know, my homie's argument was,
if I was a regular, if I was a regular, I'd be cool with it.
Okay, my homie's argument as a former barista, he said, he's like, bro, if I'm behind you in a coffee shop and I see your ass don't tip or you tip really lousy, he's like, I'm gonna slap your ass. And I was like, man, bro, first of all, like, I get it. You know, you live that life, man.
Yeah.
Like, because they get paid so little. And then the argument is like, well, shouldn't the establishment take care of their people better? Like, shouldn't they just not even have to, like, rely on that tip or whatever? I mean, they don't rely on it, but it's like, it helps them and shit. But, like, man, being in my industry, I mean, you know, in service industry and stuff, we can never really, like, expect a tip. It's like, it's wonderful if you do. It's great if you do, and then if you don't, you don't, right?
Like the base hold prices, yourself to a standard where your tip doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
But if a lot of these people,
they feel like it's forced.
Yeah, it's kind of forced. But outside of it, a lot of these people are living for those circumstances to where someone needs to tip.
I get that side too.
Yeah. Like
dude lives in.
You have to respect it because these people are going for their craft. They're going for their passions.
Yeah.
And they could go and like
work somewhere else
and have like societal norms go in their favor. But man, is that really our journey in life to always just play by the norm, bro? Like it's not. It's not, man. And like a lot of the times for these like it's getting crazy because you get to see it in fast food places now. Like tip or like
There was something I did. Oh, this morning, bro, for example.
Yeah.
I got my wife and I, lady messed up, but whatever, a breakfast croissant, right? Saint's donut, a chocolate milk, and two Starbucks drinks. And then, it said tip or whatever. So I tipped the first time around. But Saint, he grabbed his chocolate milk and didn't bring it to the counter. So I totally forgot about it, right? And I saw it, and I was like, no, I'm not about to act like I paid for this. You know, so I grabbed it, and I went over there, and I said, hey, and it was like $2 or whatever. And then the tip thing pops up.
Oh no.
I was like, I know she did. I know it's programmed to ask after every transaction. It's not
Yeah.
like she was like, oh, But I was like, in my head, I'm like, nah, man. Like, I think I'm okay with saying I don't have to tip on this chocolate, this Nesquik chocolate
The
milk.
second transaction.
The second transaction. Like, I'm intended to pay for it, so I tipped out on that first big tab,
Yeah.
and then I forgot. So I was like, should I, like,
Yeah.
was that wrong or?
I don't know. It's more so like because people will tip mindlessly nowadays. Too.
Yeah. I feel like I do.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I'm being watched or
Yeah.
like I'm going to be judged.
Like, do you feel
hard.
uncomfortable? You kind of feel uncomfortable now.
Yeah, like now
it makes you feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
To where before it was like you felt in the favor of like, yes,
I'm helping.
No,
Yeah.
I'm helping, and also I'm happy to even like
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy with my product.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm satisfied with my product. So why wouldn't I tip 20% on a coffee that's $5, $6?
Uh-huh.
That's like $1.20, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why wouldn't I? And now
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah.
man, bro, I don't know. I just
Them tip amounts be high sometimes.
sometimes
It's like
I remember working
$2,
for tips.
$3.
Yeah, working for tips, you kind of like, oh hell yeah, hell yeah.
It's
Like,
in my favor.
yeah, it's in my favor.
Yeah.
But also, the people that are very, very particular about their orders and
Yeah.
shit, and they don't tip, you a bitch, man.
Yeah, if you're gonna like, but so this is such an argument that can go both ways, right? It's like if I'm a very specific person and and I explained, I did my due diligence to make sure you understood my order, and then you still come back and get it wrong. It's like, and this is not coming from me. I'm just speaking from that side of just
Yeah.
like the perspective. It's like, well, then you should,
Shit.
make my stuff the way it should be. Otherwise, if you come back with the wrong order, I ain't gonna. A lot of times their mentality is, no, you messed up. I'm not. I'm not gonna tip you accordingly to how you serviced me.
Yeah.
And then you have the other side is like, yo, I worked so hard for your specific ass order. I would just in your mind, you're like, I hope that they hook me up.
Yeah, think about
They're
it.
not easy.
Think about it in my shoes, bro. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
the person most of the time is just not being empathetic, or maybe they're just brats, bro. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
What about the barber tipping culture? What is that?
So we're taught, bro, like I said earlier, man, like you should be taught this way, especially in the barber industry, I think, or hair industry, whatever, beauty industry in general. Like you should never like expect a tip, right? Like as long as they cover your base price of what it is that you charge for your service, you shouldn't expect it, right? But if they do, it's great.
Yeah.
Stuff is like, dudes typically will tip, $5.
Mhm.
So I got a dude who tips me like $7.50 specifically every time. I got a dude that I've known for years don't tip. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
this cat just pays me like the base price and he's out. And then I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, I know you eat at really nice restaurants. I know you do.
Yeah.
I ain't put nobody on blast, bro. I'm not gonna say no names. But I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, I know I'm not supposed to expect nothing. Like that's just where it's at. I even like gave him like the homie price, like like 5%, whatever. And like I'm like, oh, that's cool, like maybe that's just what he got. I don't know.
Yeah.
I really can't judge him, but it's enough for me to know that he doesn't. But I don't look at him like in a negative way. I'm just like, yeah, I appreciate
It's an observation.
you. Yeah, it's noted. I don't expect it, but it's almost like I kind of expect him not to. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, nah, because if he did, I'd be like, oh shit, like damn,
Yo, you got it like
yeah,
that.
you got a new job. What's up?
That boy
Like,
took you to get some movie snacks. Huh?
yeah, man. So, the barber culture is just like, yeah, you should never really expect. As long as you're performing your service, man, the dude's coming back, they like it. Would it be great if every person did? Of course, man, because that's the extra bread on top that you're just like, yo, I appreciate you. And like you said, it goes to show your appreciation for the service,
yeah,
like the
for
product and stuff. I mean, if you were whipping out dishes, bro, it's different because you're like cooking and stuff, and but like every person that ate your food was just like, what if they just, well, I don't know how to word it, but like if they just paid you for the price of the food, you would feel, you're like, yeah, I'm glad you,
Yeah.
but then you would also feel a sense of happiness if like they showed their extra appreciation outside of just using you, getting the food
Yeah.
from you, but like, hey man, that shit was delicious, bro. Like shout out, so that term exists, or that phrase like compliments to the chef, right?
Yeah.
Or can I speak to the man who made my food?
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Who made this?
Who made this shit? know? Exactly, bro. So I think it's if we argue it that way, but then we're like bitching about tipping like the barista who gets paid what 2.33 an hour and two.
Yeah, it just depends where you're at.
I guess yeah, man. To all you coffee shop owners, man, y'all need to be taking care of these peeps too,
Yeah.
right? What you think? What's an acceptable wage for like a barista at a mom and pop? I'm not talking $1 billion green apron corporation. I'm
I
talking.
don't know, man.
What do you think is like a livable wage for a barista? Because I know my homie that I was talking about, he was like, bro, I was struggling. I was just working there, and he liked coffee. He loves coffee
Yeah.
still to this day. But he was like, bro, I just had to do what I had to do and at the time, and what's like, I don't know. I guess it depends on where you live too.
I think if you're a full
$11?
service cafe where
Yeah.
you serve food, I think 11 to 15
Mm-hmm.
nowadays.
Is like decent, right?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
That's my
Your
11 to
take?
15 is my take.
Dude, I saw I was at Ross and there's the little cutout of like, hey, we're hiring. Theirs was $11 an hour, and I was just like, dang, this store is chaos. Have you ever been to any of those liquidation stores, Marshalls, TJ Maxx, Ross? You know how much product pumps in and out of those stores, right? It's like great deals or whatever. But if you take that shit for your morning or your closing, and you got to put all that stuff back, you think about it like, dang, man, for $11 an hour.
You bred different, bro.
Yeah, you grinding though. I can't hate on
you
you.
organizing them shelves.
All those shelves, all the clothes that fall to the floor that nobody picks up or misplaced items. Yeah, bro.
Oh man.
$11. I said, you know what? I have a lot to really be super thankful for, because I remember what grinding for $11. I remember was grinding for $5.25. $7.25. I was like, dang, $7.25. I'm gonna be rich. Like. But yeah, man, I think it's crazy. I don't know.
I remember working full time, 11.50 at a restaurant,
Dang.
and then you were kind of living for OT. You were living for OT, man. Like honestly,
Yeah.
outside of those, you were hoping to get. Man, I would get like 48 to 52,
Mm-hmm.
and those 8 to 12 hours on top of the 40 saved me.
Yeah, bro. Okay, when I worked at Apple, I think I started getting paid $11.50 an hour. I think, man, if I'm not, and then the company got a raise, right?
Yeah.
So I think I capped out. This was like 2013. I capped out at like 13.25 or something.
That was a lot back in the day, though.
Yeah, during that time, I was like, yo. And then I talked to my homie, and they're getting paid as a specialist, right? Starting, I think it's like 23 an hour. I mean, I get it. They're big. Obviously, it's Apple, right? It's like huge. They can afford it. But dang, dog, 23 an hour. That's not bad for a retail gig, right?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, and you can get time, and I think you can get time. You get overtime, or you get a holiday. I forgot how they structure it, but I mean, shoot, $23 from 11.50 or whatever it was. I think that's solid.
Yeah.
For a retail position, like when you really think about it, the product sells itself, right? So
yeah, especially if you go on Apple, you pretty much already know what you want.
You know what you want, you know you're about to pay,
or you're getting a lesson on what you're about to get.
Have you ever owned an Android?
Like
in between, huh?
I think I had like a touchscreen Nokia phone back in like my freshman year of college. But I had two phones then.
Whoa.
Yeah, because I wanted the iPhone 4. Was the iPhone 4?
Some probably.
It was like when it got really skinny.
Okay, iPhone 4. Yeah, that's when I was working at Apple.
Yeah, I got the iPhone 4, and I was like, I'm just gonna get another line because I just really wanted to get into Apple. And I was like working at like I was working some like minimum wage job, but it wasn't enough for me. It might have been Smoothie King, or Gap, or Great American Cookie.
You worked there?
Yeah, that was like my first gigs.
Dang.
And then
in college?
Yeah, in college.
Yeah.
And then what did I do? Yeah, I just got two phones, and I was able to like just pay for that iPhone because I was like tired of that shit.
Yeah.
Because I would always just YouTube. I was YouTube like the difference between Android and iPhone.
Yeah. I had the Samsung that everybody had, bro. It was like they're one of their. it had like the four buttons at the bottom. Like they weren't real buttons, right? It was a touchscreen, obviously, and like I just remember being like, "Oh man, Android's pretty tight." We were playing like Angry Birds,
Hmm.
you know, like, and then I was like, "Man, this is not the real wave, though." Like I hated how, and I had previous iPhones. I had the iPhone 1, you know, the first one. I had the 3, and this was around the time, so it was like it just I never liked it, bro.
Yeah.
After that, I just like I couldn't FaceTime nobody, right? Like I didn't know
Ooh.
how to screenshot. It would screenshot on itself because we would be moving our hand around the phone and would do it, and we're like, how do you screenshot on this Android? We didn't know how.
Yeah.
And I just remember being like, nah, man, I want to go back to an iPhone. So when I started working at Apple, bro, I remember it was we were leaving the iPhone 3S or whatever
Yeah.
and going into the 4. So around that same time.
Yeah. That 4 was sleek than a
Yeah, but
motherfucker, bro.
beveled edge, right? Like
Yeah.
a
The
flat
beveled.
edge. Yeah, I miss that design. It's like a chocolate bar design, right?
Yeah.
Like it was like a Hershey bar.
It was like the LG. Oh fuck, man, I forgot the LG
Yeah.
phone. But anyways, that iPhone 4, bro. I remember being on the second line, and I was like, bro, this is. I don't even remember my number.
You were texting yourself on the other one. You're
Yeah,
like,
for real,
hey,
bro.
what you doing?
Yeah, just so I could look like I was texting
Yeah, you're
somebody.
like, I'm look busy.
Look at this link.
Man, dude. Ah, man. Talk about iPhones, man. I had a sidekick.
Dude, that's S tier phone right
Yeah,
there,
bro. I had like the first one, like the first gray
The
one.
white grayish.
Well, technically, I had two. So the first version was, imagine this, bro. It wasn't color. It was just like I remember it just backlit. So
Yeah,
it
yeah,
was
yeah.
just black. Like everything was like pixelated black. But then the second version, immediately shortly after, whatever, was colored. But it was still that bulky, fat silver one. So you just pop, and the screen would just, yeah,
Bevel up.
bro. And I was on Google. I was on forums, like car forums. I was like, dang, I can be on here. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And it was just a crazy time to be alive, bro. That I could still hear the sound playing when you toggle the wheel.
That was a dopamine rush,
Plunk,
bro.
plunk, plunk,
That
plunk,
was
plunk, plunk.
one of the first dopamine rushes from a phone, bro.
Bro, it's so
The
stupid, but it's
texting,
like,
synapses on that phone was like
dog,
S tier, man.
AIM. You was on AIM.
Yeah. Yeah.
When they come, they would sign off.
Yeah.
Oh man, bro, nostalgia, dog.
Did they have Wi-Fi on those phones yet?
No, it was running off a 2G network,
Yeah.
so you didn't have
Damn,
Wi-Fi.
bro. Honestly,
Yeah.
internet was expensive. I wasn't paying that shit, but I remember one time I was playing on the internet and our fucking cell phone bill came up to like 400, 500.
Dude,
And my parents were fucking
dog.
pissed.
I got you on that,
They whooped my ass, bro.
bro. Check this out. Let's go a little bit further before that. I was like in middle school or 8th grade. I remember I had this little shorty that I used to well, I used to call first.
Yeah.
It started on AIM.
Oh yeah, the calls, bro.
So we would call first and, you know, whatever. And then texting was new. Like you could do it on the Nokia, right? My tricked out Nokia. And I was just like, oh, what are you up to? You know what I'm saying? And we would shoot text back.
Oh my
Dog.
god.
It was like 25 cents in and out. Incoming, outgoing text. I remember because I didn't even have my own plan yet. I was just like using my dad's like second line or whatever it was. Like they just gave me the
Family
phone.
plan shit.
Yeah. And bro, that bill was like $6.25. I remember it. And my mom was like, what? Like, what is this? Like, what is this text messaging charges? Look at this. In and out, every message coming in, 25 cents. And I was like, oh, shoot, dude. Like, I was just like, yeah, you gonna have to call me.
Yeah.
Like, I can't.
Hey, so you broke though.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding.
Bro, I got one more
Yeah.
cell phone story, bro. We'll call this our tech series, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about nostalgic tech. Well, I didn't have a phone. This was like before this. So we had an older homie that would take us to the movies. This is my friend's older brother.
Yeah.
And if he ever hears this, I don't know if he'll know that I'm talking about. I'm not gonna drop his name, but I remember he got this new Motorola, and it was from Primeco, and it flipped down, but it wasn't like a StarTAC, you know, like the Motorola. It was like a little more advanced. But on his plan, it was every first minute of the call was free. I remember we were at the movie theater, and he was talking to his girlfriend. Every time he would stop and look at his phone, it'd be at like 56 seconds. Hey, let me call you back. He'd hang up. He would call her again, bro. And be like, oh, yeah. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, shit, hold on. Let me call you back. Boom. So he was trying to get every first minute free so that because airtime was expensive. Like,
Yeah.
it was a grip. And that was when you could buy cell phones, and it was weird. It was like they sold cell phones at like the store in blister packs.
Yeah, I remember the.
You know what I'm
packs.
saying? Like an action figure, bro. Like it was wild, man. Like every first incoming minute dog is free.
Bro, we're frontiers of the technological boom, man.
Yeah, bro.
And I mean, we're at the forefront of it, but it sucks because we're not gonna see the fucking
crazy shit,
man.
Yeah, like
right, like
hologram.
Before we die, we might see like
a glimpse.
Yeah, just a glimpse.
Just like the beginning, the announcement that they are gonna do some. You know what I'm saying? But our kids will get to like see it.
Yeah, like one
metaverse.
One thing that's really exciting is like med tech, like medical technology.
Yeah.
Holy shit, dude!
They got some wild stuff.
They probably hide in it, but we'll see.
Yeah,
on some
it's
conspiracy
out there.
Shit, right?
Yeah, it's out there. Like just being able to perform a surgery. I'm sure this exists, bro.
Yeah,
homie can do the surgery that's using like a robot or whatever, but he's like at home. The doctor's at home.
Yeah, like remotely.
Yeah, he just has like a screen, and he's just like, okay, and he's watching the cameras, and he's like, okay, I'm going to do this, blah blah. So now the surgeons no longer have to be in the hospital. I mean, that's kind of crazy, but it's not far fetched, right?
Yeah.
Like doctor wakes up, he's like in his robe, he's just like and the machines are fucking following him. Like
I know in Korea they're zapping cancer cells,
bro,
with lasers.
Yeah, don't get me started on that shit. You know, I asked this question to a friend of mine, bro, and I was like, you know how they say like cancer research costs this much?
Yeah.
Like it costs this much to do this. So we need your donations. But I've always wondered, bro, why are they putting? I mean, now that I hear myself ask the question, I kind of hear the answer to. I was like, I used to say, why are they putting a price on that shit? It should be, who are they paying to do the research? Like, why are they charged? I guess the question is, why are they being charged to do the research and to do the trials? But then it was like, because it is still at the end of the day, bro, it's a money industry. Like it is, right?
We're just in a capitalist society
for anything,
hoping for the best, man.
Bro, I always wondered that because I was like, research,
and then we kind of like they're making us feel bad because we want to cop out.
Yeah.
Whereas
you can't donate.
Yeah, some other countries, bro, like some other countries don't got to pay for shit.
Yeah, man, that one can go on a crazy tangent.
We're in America, man.
Yeah, bro. Exactly. Like,
but we're blessed to be here, right?
Yeah, we're here.
Yeah, I think we should end it on that note, bro. Yeah. This is America. We have a podcast, two men.
Yeah.
Of ethnic descent.
Yeah.
The Oriental jungle vibe.
Jungle. No. But yeah, we hope that you guys caught a glimpse of just whatever it is that we talk about. Got a little bit of this and that. You could see it, everywhere from sports, society, finances to hobbies, passions, all that stuff, man. So we truly hope that you guys enjoyed this series, episode 1 of Chopped and Faded under the Sounds Good podcast.
Thank y'all so much. Later.
Peace.